Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the Ingrove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to do the Record Store Day 2024 preview video. I do one of these every single year for about 4 or 5 years in a row now. But this one is the biggest one I've ever done because of the quantity of records I have to show you guys today. Not only did we order more stuff than we ever have in the past, by a factor of probably 2, but we have the most amount of titles here to show you. Never have I had this much stuff in any new arrival video to show you guys, but we've got the 3 bins are filled. I've got a tub behind me of records, and I've got a stack of box sets and other stuff on top of the stacks. So get comfortable, maybe get yourself a coffee. This is going to take a while. I might need some coffee just to be able to get through this myself. We open on Record Store Day, which is this April the 20th, 2024 at 8 o'clock Arizona time. People start generally lining up midnight, 11 o'clock. Crowds don't really start getting going until about 4 o'clock in the morning. Everything that does not sell on Record Store Day, and we're open again, 8 a.m. to 7, will be on the website the following day. And I mean, there is going to be a significant amount of stuff on the following day. So definitely check it out. Everything per Record Store Day's rules goes on our website on the 21st, so what is that, Sunday, right? At 8 o'clock Eastern time. So right now there are 3, we're on Arizona time because we don't observe daylight savings times, but I believe we're aligned right now with Pacific. So 8 o'clock Eastern time, though, that's all you need to know. 8 o'clock Eastern time, everything will populate on the website. It'll be on the main page of the website, then you can click Record Store Day categories from there. I encourage you to order fast. Don't spend 15, 20 minutes looking around the website trying to add on a few things. The website does not save the items that are in your cart. It's not like Ticketmaster. You don't got 10 minutes to check out. While you're checking out, if you wait too long, somebody else could make that purchase before you and we could run out. I know people have gripes about it and they're not a fan of that, but I don't know of any retail record stores or retail stores, period, that allocate, hold inventory in your cart. The only place I'm aware of that even does something like that is Ticketmaster. So, yeah, I know a lot of people will make numerous purchases to get in and out of there quick. The best and quickest way is like Apple Pay. But keep in mind, if you ever bought from us in the past, our website now is like a one-click checkout to where you can check out in like 10 seconds. It's really, really easy and quick. But yeah, I will be very busy shipping next week. Not only Record Store Day, but you'll see the new arrival video later in the week. We've got a Taylor Swift album coming out. We've got a Pink Floyd special anniversary Dark Side of the Moon, and then a Pearl Jam with a Arizona Las Vegas exclusive color variant. It's going to be wild. Also keep in mind, we live stream the entire Record Store Day. Every year we do it. From 8 o'clock Arizona time till we close, we do a live feed of the store. It's a lot of fun. I recommend checking it out. Oh man, I'm sure I forgot to tell you guys something, but I'm just looking at this stuff. And this isn't even all of it, by the way. We still have a pretty good size order of stuff coming. Like the last minute stuff that they didn't have in time to ship us as part of our normal big giant palletized orders. So this is the stuff that is going to come like next day air or 2-day air so we can get it in time. Let me start off with the Beatles stuff. It's always a good Record Store Day when you have Beatles anything because the Beatles are very popular. The Beatles sell really, really well. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's got the Fab Four on it, people want it. And this is actually, for not being a record, but while kind of being a record, this is kind of a really cool thing. Not like you're going to be, streaming in listening in hi-fi your Beatle records on this 3-inch turntable. But this is the all-in-one package. This includes the record player, a Beatles-themed record player. It includes a 3-inch record carrying crate, it's probably about like this. But it also includes all 4 singles. So this is everything all in one. If you already have the record player, you can also get the singles by themselves. Till There Was You, She Loves You, I Saw Her Standing There, and I want to hold your hand. So that is the Beatles releases. This is an item actually from last year's Record Store Day, but I wanted to tell you guys about these because I got some more of them. They sold out really quick. These are the Doors 3-inch singles from last year. So I do have those on the website for Record Store Day. Actually, you can probably get those right now. Those are kind of cool. Oh, I guess I'll show you guys the box sets. Give me a minute here. Let me make some space. All right, the Linda Ronstadt Asylum Years box, 1973 to 1977. You got Don't Cry Now, Prisoner in Disguise, Hasten Down the Wind, and Simple Dreams. Doesn't say anything about mastering. The Grateful Dead, Nightfall of Diamonds. This is the annual Grateful Dead box. Mixed from the 24-track analog tapes. Limited edition of 10,000. It's a 4 LP set. This is a complete show from October 16th, 1989. Kind of like a metallic box. Really cool looking box. It's probably hard to see on camera, but that's pretty cool. Mudhoney. This is a 5 LP box set of the Reprise years. Not easy albums to get. Kind of see everything that's included there. Looks like you've got the 3 Reprise studio albums, an EP, bonus live tracks on green, pink, red, and white vinyl. There's some other stuff included. I can't take too long telling you guys what's in here. Otherwise, I'll be filming this during Record Store Day. We've got Dwight Yoakam, The Beginning and Then Some, the albums of the 80s. So 4 LP set of Dwight Yoakam on Rhino. We've got a, oh boy, it's written in metal. Okay, that's, where's my price tag? Black Breath, the box set on Southern Lord. They did 500 of these box sets, 500. 5 LP box set, cassette, and a patch. The Dirty Heads, 4 LP box set, the Deluxe Collector's Edition. This is actually pretty good. I'm gonna shoot a video later on in the week, in the next couple of days. And unlike the past where I filmed unboxing videos, I'm gonna actually take the stuff home that I want. I'm gonna listen to it, talk to you guys, and show you guys not only what it looks like, but what it sounds like. I think that'll be a little more useful than me unboxing stuff. But yeah, 4 Tom Verlaine albums. We've got the Wilco, The Whole Love. Wilco is a legendary 2011 album, now on 3 LP discs. Yeah, it looks like expanded to include all the related single, EP, and bonus tracks in kind of a nice slipcase. Sonny Rollins, Freedom Weaver, 1959 European Tour Recordings. Mastered by Bernie Grundman. They did 5,000 of these. This is 381 on Resonance Records. The jazz releases, for me anyways, are always very, very popular. Okay, so let's get my little supplemental card over here. I'll show you guys the 7 inches and 10 inches first. Billy Martin, As Long As, 10 inch. Supergrass, Kiss of Life is 20. We've got Fool's Garden. This is a lemon-shaped picture disc. We've got a Kate Bush, Eat the Music, 10 inch. Actually, it looks like a picture disc, but it's not. It's actually vinyl on this side, and it looks like this is actually, this might be what the Dark Side of the Moon is going to be like. It's like painted on that side. All right, let me show you guys the 7 inches. I'm so glad we don't have, 107 inches like the old days. DJ Caco, Brazil 45, Volume 5. This is a Mr. Bongo release. The Black Crowes, Waiting and Waiting. We've got Little Peep, Little Peepee, Little Peep. Star Shopping. RSD 7-inch. Includes unreleased live tracks. Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, Magic Secrets, number 2. This is number 4074. We've got Dury, Big Boy. Bobby Rush, Blind Boys of Alabama. Kate Nash. Limited pressing of 2,000 copies on cloudy clear color vinyl. We don't get a lot of 7-inches anymore, but the 7-inches that we do get sell. This is kind of cool. This is on David Byrne's label, Lukabop. This is Pharoah Sanders, Harvest Time. It's like an old school flip back Japanese EP. Of course, it's not an EP, it's just a 7-inch, but it kind of looks like an EP, you know, how we would have thought of an EP here in the United States. Thick cover, that kind of thing. Lanny Wilson, Ain't That Some Shite? I found a few hits because country's cool again. That's the name of this. Looks like there's 2 discs in there. Maybe this is kind of a, nope, 2 7-inches, 4 songs total. Eric Church, Caldwell Country. We've got Holly Humbersome, Into Your Room. Sleater Kenny, This Time and Here Today on red translucent vinyl. The Moss, Alive in the Place That Makes Me Happy. Like I said, there is more to come. I don't have the Olivia Rodrigo. That is on its way. Mitch Rowland, Carry On With Your Tea and Nothing Is True. But I already got shipping notification on them, so they are on their way. And I got a good chunk of them. That Olivia Rodrigo Noah Khan 7-inch, that's going to be really a popular one. Dirty Heads, this is the Desert EP. Okay, let me show you. They're loosely alphabetized, but not perfect. Starting with the 1975. Live at Gorilla, Manchester. 10,000 Maniacs. 2 LP on Omnivore. Two Chains. Welcome to Olive Groove? We've got Airplane, composed and conducted by Elmer Bernstein. First time vinyl release of his score. There is no stopping in the red zone colored vinyl. This movie's hilarious, but you could never make this in 2024. Just looking at the back stills. But boy, it's funny. Timeless, timeless, timeless. Acid King. Middle of nowhere, center of everywhere. The Average White Band, live at the Rainbow Theater, 1974. We've got Ace Tone. I've enjoyed as much of this as I can. Horace Andy, Living It Up. Apocalypta, Worlds Collide. Limited to 2,222 on that one. What the hell is this? Okay. Ashaniko, Demi Devil. Trippy. Asking Alexandria. Reckless and Relentless. Gold Nugget 12-inch vinyl. This is from Jackpot, right? No, this is a Sunday's release. This is the Amboy Dukes. Includes a pack of rolling papers pressed on hookah glass colored vinyl. Air. Kelly Watch the Stars. Picture disc. Cannonball Adderley. Poppin' in Paris. Live in Olympia, 1972. Pressing of 2,950. What's going on here? Why do I got two of these? No reason. The Monty Alexander Trio, live at the Montreux Jazz Festival, remastered from the original tape, AAAA. This is on MPS. Who's on this? I might keep this. I'm on the fence on this one. The Alan Parsons Project, Pyramid, work in progress. Let's see, also contains rough mix demos, versions of tracks on the Pyramid album. Amorpheus, 1997 album, limited to 2,400 copies on blue vinyl. Let's see, A Tease, The World. This is Body Snatcher, Vile Conduct. We've got Boogie Down Productions, Edutainment. Blessed Union, Walking of the Buzz. Blessed Union. What did I say? Blessed Union, Walking of the Buzz. I was listening to, in my mind, I was listening to their hit single, which I totally forgot existed. She Likes Me for Me. Oh my God. I don't ever want to hear that again. But if you do, here it is. It was like late 90s, right, when this came out, and that was like the era when you were still listening to the radio. And if it was a hit song, they would never stop playing it on the radio. They'd be on like every hour and a half repeat. It was brutal. All right, Verace Sarabandi. Let's see, Black Girl. Oh boy, yeah, I'm going to take this. All right, so far one for the mic pile. AAA mastering, Blaxploitation soundtrack. I've heard clips of this. Sounds really good. Sounds like I need this. I'll keep that there. Bebop Deluxe, Futurama, an exclusive blue vinyl record store day release of the classic album. Chet Baker and Jack Sheldon. This is an unreleased album from 1972. Limited edition all analog release on Elemental. Limited to 4,000 copies with a picture of the master tape on the back. We're going to also put that on the mic pile. I might make some modifications on this, but anything that I pull aside from myself, I'm going to try to listen to it, talk about it, and review it on an upcoming video before Record Store Day. The Best of Band X. Oh man, this actually looks really good. Think on that one. Songs to No One, 1991 to 1992, Jeff Buckley. Mark Bolan and T-Rex, picture disc. Zinc Alloy. Brother Jack McDuff, live in Seattle. This could be good too. This is limited to 2,000 copies. This is 1,557. Barclay James Harvest and Other Short Stories. Newly remastered Record Store Day 2024 vinyl edition of this 1971 album. Bear Jr., Butte. Unleashed on vinyl for the first time. We've got the Bottle Rockets, the Brooklyn side, limited to 1,500 copies. Travis Biggs, Solar Funk. That's first ever album reissue of the violinist and keysman, Travis Biggs. Jazz Funk Rarity. This could be really good. I'm going to give this a listen to. Billy Bragg, Bloke on Bloke. Strictly Dynamite, the best of the digits on Touch and Go. We've got Devin the Dude, Acoustic Levitation, limited to 2,000 copies. Doctor Who, The Edge of Destruction, picture disc. The classic 1964 story, complete on vinyl for the first time. The melting vinyl melting clock picture disc with zoetrope spinning TARDIS. Huh. That might look pretty cool. Dead or Alive. Let's see. The remixes. The Pete Hammond High Energy remixes. NRG. Energy remixes. The Dixie Dregs. The Great Spectacular. This is the debut from the Dixie Dregs, which originally was a private press, but this is the first ever reissue on white vinyl. Well, first ever reissue of the private press Dixie Dregs record. We've got the Dead Milkmen. Bucky Finley. And Def Leppard's One Night Only live at Sheffield 2023. An intimate 2023 hometown performance. Okay, we aren't even close to done. De La Soul. Actually, there's some CDs of some stuff that I don't have up here. So this came out on CD. We have that as well. Check that out. Lamont Dozier, Love and Beauty. 50th Anniversary Edition, expanded. Let's see, we've got John Cragney, Let It Be Lonely. John Craigie? Recorded live in Portland. Limited edition of 1,000 copies. Kind of got the Beatles, Let It Be thing going on there. It's kind of cool. Nat King Cole. Live at the Blue Note, Chicago. I really want to listen to this. This is a live performance, remastered from the original tapes. Lacquer's cut by Kevin Gray. Put this in my pile. R. Crumb and the Cheap Suit Serenaders, Singing in the Bathtub. We're going. Steve Conte, The Concrete Jungle. The Cranberries, Bury the Hatchet. First time with the complete sessions available on vinyl. Put that also in my pile. Captain Beefheart, The Spotlight Kid on clear vinyl. Come, 11:11. We've got Gene Clark, No Other Sessions. Foil cover on 4AD. We've got a picture disc of The Cure's The Top. Kuko, Hitchhiker. This is a Zoetrope picture disc. Cold War Kids, CWK EP. Casual, Fear Itself. Alex Chilton, Cliches. Limited to 1,500 copies. Some more Gene Clark, The Lost Studio Session, 64 to 82. Jim Croce, The Final Tour. First ever global release on a vinyl, captured live in 1973. I'm on the fence about this one. Maybe I'll go back to it. Collective Soul, Dosage. Chase Atlantic. Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. No Seeds, No Stems, loaded with hits. Limited 420 edition. Yeah, Record Store Day is actually April 420 this year. And the classic 1978 soundtrack on Smokin' Green vinyl. Dean and Barita, The Aventura. Death Cab for Cutie, live at the Shadow Box. Limited to 2,500 copies on pink marble vinyl. Damage, recorded live off the board at CBGB. Which is like a John Varvatos now, maybe? Clothing store. The Dandy Warhols, live at Levitation. Carol Douglas, Night Fever. Translucent pink vinyl, presenting the disco diva Carol Douglas. The Doors. Put that in my... Oh, and I'll show it to you first. The Doors, live at Concerthurst, Stockholm, September 20th, 1968. I've listened to this a few times already. I'm not going to tell you about it, though. But I will put that in my pile, just to remember to include that in the video. Dio, newly created picture disc featuring 3 live tracks from the classic studio album, The Last in Line. Olivia Dean, live at the Jazz Cafe. Maniao Dibango, Maniao 76 on Soul Makusa. Boy, this is probably really good. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile, which I'll have to come back to. The Dalai Lama's Inner World. This is a new age chart-topping album available on vinyl for the first time. You can add the Dalai. You can be very cultured. You can add the Dalai Lama to your record collection. Not a lot of people, I think, have Dalai Lama records. I don't know if he had more than this particular one, because this has never been on vinyl. The Dream Syndicate. Sketches for the Days of Wine and Roses. Dr. John Gree Gumbo Yaya Singles, 1968 to 1974. Dead by Sunrise, Out of Ashes. Enslaved. Everything But the Girl, first time on vinyl for Record Store Day 2024 at Madea Valley. Even more Dazed and Confused. They found your stash again. Let's see. Smoky Purple Vinyl. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Pictures at an Exhibition Picture Disc. The Beat. What happened? Limited edition yellow and green vinyl, original album remastered, plus a bonus LP with singles and remixes. Into my pile, but I'll show you first. This is the all analog. Everybody digs Bill Evans, the Bill Evans Trio. On the hype sticker, it specifies that this is AAA lacquer's cut from the original master tapes at Coherent by Kevin Gray. Matt Luthen's actually cut it. I already listened to it at Coherent, like he has done quite a few of these so far. But I will include that in my... that's a mono copy, by the way. So Record Store Day is mono. It'll probably come out maybe in stereo at a future date. Excel, Seeking Refuge, limited to 1,000 copies. Ecomouse, Assassinator. Electrification, Burned. First time on vinyl. See, Norm, I got it. You better get lining up now. It's limited, very limited. We've got the Faces, the BBC session recordings. This looks pretty good. I feel like I'm gonna need this. God, it's got some goods on it. I'll put that in my pile. I'm gonna need that. All right, Bob Frank, Broke Again. Stems and Seeds Marijuana Pressing, limited to 1,100 copies. Okay. Flip Turn, Shadow Glow. Fields of the Napalm, Burning the Fields. Farm Dogs, Last Stand in the Open Country. The Flying Burrito Bros. We've got, let's see, Live in Amsterdam, 1972. 2 LP set on Liberation Hall. Ace Frehley's 10,000 volts picture disc. The Fun Boy 3 Extended. It's on recycled Eco Jazz vinyl. Eco Jazz. It ain't what you do, just the way that you do it. Extended version. Filter. First time on vinyl. 14 Filter Essentials spanning 1995 to 2008. 2 LP set from Kraft. Fetchin' Bones, Cabin Flounder. Frankie and the Witch Fingers. Live at Levitation. I'm pretty sure I showed that already. I don't know why it's in there twice. Forbidden, Omega Wave. Fleet Foxes, live on Boston Harbor, 2022. God, is this a 3-disc set? Maybe 2. 27 tracks. Fetty Wap, self-titled, the debut album. Foxy Brown, Il Na Na. Foghat, live in New Orleans, 1973. Mastered from the original analog stereo tapes. all analog pressing of Gandalf. 1969 self-titled LP full of dripping psychedelic pop. All analog process from the original master tapes cut by Kevin Gray. Lemongrass vinyl. This is originally on Capitol. Limited to 1,500 copies. Maybe on this. I'm going to listen to it first. Groove Armada, White Light. Yeah, garbage. Garbage is Lie to Me. The Gorillas, Cracker Island. This is limited edition alternative cover. Deluxe album including 6 bonus tracks and a double-sided poster. The Jerry Garcia Band. Electric on the Eel, June 10th, 1989, limited to 3,000 copies. "40 Year," let's see, what is this? Groovy Ghoulies. First time ever career-spanning double LP. Guest vocalist galore. Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, Pinata. 10th anniversary edition, vinyl color, green and clear with black and white splatter. 1 LP half-speed master with a 24 by 24 inch poster. We've got G-Love and Special Sauce. We're still cooking. Camera's still on. Golden Earring, The Cut Sessions, 2 LP from Music on Vinyl, limited edition of 1,500 copies. Lowell George, Thanks, I'll Eat It Here, 2 LP deluxe edition. Recut from the original master tapes, plus rare and previously unreleased tracks. It Was a Short Summer, Charlie Brown, the original soundtrack, Vince Guaraldi. Bebel Gilberto, available on vinyl for the first time, 10th anniversary edition of 1,000 individually numbered copies on marble vinyl. This is number 903. Kenny Garrett and Svoy, Who Killed Al? Emerging of Jazz, Mastery with Electronic Wizardry. Walter Hawkins. First time on vinyl in almost 50 years. Horse, the band. A Natural Death. Limited edition, 180 gram vinyl. Yeah. Woo. Hun-Her 2. Dreamers in the Field. This is on Dark Horse, George Harrison's label. We've got Hoovervilli, Quest for Blood. This is actually going to be pretty popular. People really are digging the Zoetropes right now. This is George Harrison's electronic sound. The Zoetrope, you essentially put it on your turntable, and this is what my wife did. There might be a different way to do it. You look at the picture disc through your telephone, like, you know, the video portion where you're about to film a video, and like the record, whatever it is on the cover, you know, the front, starts dancing. It might be a logo, it could be a graphic. In this case, it looks like it's going to be the word electric sound with some designs. But it's Beatles related. It will be very popular. There's 2 of them. And Wonderwall Music. Almost chucked it. Another Zoetrope. John Hartford. Morning. Morning. Huh. Spelled two different ways. Once on my tag. Morning Bulg. And then here it's spelled with a V. Probably pronounced the same way, I'd imagine. The Hue. This is the Mongolian throat singers. Very interesting. Live at Glastonbury. It's an acquired taste, but worth checking out online. We've got a picture disc of him. Bury Me Deep in Your Heart. It's a heart star shaped picture disc. Woo! We're not halfway done. Kristen Hirsch, Hips and Makers on 4AD. Harmonia, Music von Harmonia, Record Store Day edition. Originally on Brain Records, I think. Okay, we're gonna move over. Maybe let's put that there so I can get some records in there. Lex Hives. Let's see, Live in New York, 2012. We've got The Hives, Black and White album. Ian Hunter. Defiance, Part 2, Fiction. Let's see, pressed on translucent yellow vinyl includes 3 new bonus tracks on Sun Records. Howlin' Wolf, Live in Europe, 1964 on smoky color vinyl. Could be good. Chris Isaac, Beyond the Sun. This particular record, if you get an original, which isn't that old, it's a couple $100, so that'll be a pretty popular reissue. The infamous String Dusters, Silver Sky. Dedicated to the Island. Kahura Anui? Anuhu? Probably close. In This Moment, a Star-Crossed Wasteland. Iggy Pop is the godfather of punk rock. Let's see. Iggy Pop live at the Lorcourse Feisten 2005. No Fun, Funhouse, TVI. I'm on the fence on this one. I might take this too. Jazz Dispensary, The Freedom Sound, The People Arise. Put that there. The Japanese House. iTiad Sessions? I think there's a glitch in my printer there. Don't hold me to that one. Jucifer, calling all cars on the Vegas Strip. Let's see. Drummer Corgan, Drummer Corgan, let's see. One More Lifetime. I don't even remember this album. When the hell was this done? Oh, this is late. Very late. It says 2004. Is this new? He looks old enough on this to where this could be a new album. Yeah, new follow-up. Read the hype. The new follow-up record to the critically acclaimed The River Flows recordings. The River Flows recordings. Ooh, look at that rolls. Let's see. Kelly Glock, Yellow Tape. Pressed on yellow, black, and white segment vinyl. King Black Acid, Victory for Mad Love. Okay. I think I got enough space. Keane, live at the Presidio, 2004. Country Curious. Lola Kirky. Cool Keith and MC Holmes, Mushrooms and Acid. Ladytron, Light and Magic. Strange noises coming from outside. Little Richard, Right Now. Let's see. First time reissue on LP, pressed on Sunflare vinyl. It was the robot vacuum. Let me turn that off. Okay. Continuing. Jenny Lewis, Puppy and a Truck. Yosef Lateef, Atlantis Lullaby, the concert in Avignon. I'm on the fence with this. Ooh, limited to 2,950 copies. God. Man, that pile's getting big. Maybe. Lil Wayne, Sorry for the Wait. Los Hermanos Cosmeco, live at, what's that say? Live at Pappy and Harriet's. Lordy, Bend Over and Pray of the Lord. What the hell is this? Limited to 1,000 copies on silver and black marble vinyl. Lily Uzaverte, Love is a Rage. We've got Lost in Translation. This is, what's with the Japanese obi? This is the music from the motion picture soundtrack. 2 LP set. Looks kind of expanded, I feel. This came out a couple of years ago, but I feel like this is an expanded edition. Limited edition 2 LP edition. Maybe the other one was as well. It's been a couple years now. I do not remember. Tommy McLean, Moving to Heaven. The Swamp Pop Pioneers long lost 2003 record. Let's see, Charles Mingus, Reincarnations, remastered by Bernie Grunman, the complete story. So from what I heard from Candid themselves, all these reissues are being done from the original analog tape. That's what a gentleman from Candid said in an interview, but they never actually put that on a hype sticker, which I find perplexing. One of the rarest mono records you'll ever find. Oddly enough, I got one, and we're talking rare, like this record comes up every couple of years. That is The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkeys, the mono pressing. This is actually from Friday Music, the mono mix of The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkeys. Most of you will probably only ever get it on something like this because it is extremely rare. It was the tail end of the mono era, and very few of them were probably ever made, judging by how many pop up. The Meat Puppets, live in Montana. Christian McBride, Edgar Meyer, But Who's Gonna Play the Melody? Which is kind of funny because it's 2 bassists. This album consists of 2 bassists. I've never heard it. It seems very interesting. I'm going to give this a listen to. I'm probably going to end up keeping this. I feel like it's probably pretty good. That's my guess is telling me it's pretty good. Malfunction, Olympus Awaits. Ooh. Jesse Mullen, The Heat. Manchild, The Lawnmower Man. Jazz from the Pacific Northwest, Shelly Man and His Friends. Again, this is like I'm up in the air on these jazz releases. They're only doing 2,000 of these, 921 to 2,000. So it's like one of those titles that you start talking 2,000, 3,000. If it's good, man, you're gonna pay some money for it on the secondary market. So I gotta make some choices with some of these jazz releases. Let's see. Sweetheart of the Rodeo live. So Roger McGowan, Chris Hillman, and Marty Stewart. And his, yeah, this looks like Friday Music. Interesting. That kind of threw me off there. Friday Music release. Militaire Gun, Life Under the Sun on Sunspot vinyl. Stephen Marley, The Fruit of Life, Revelation. Wojciech Mazalowski Quintet, Live Spirit. Records. This is a Record Store Day Poland release. Same artist, Spirit to All, another Record Store Day Poland release. Interesting. I didn't know Record Store Day Poland was a thing. I know there's there's a Record Store Day in Japan. I know UK has a Record Store Day. Apparently Poland does as well. Moneybag Yo, A Gangsta's Pain. Needs to clean his car. It's very dirty. Mr. Big, The Big Finish, Lean Into It Live. This is limited to 3,000. This is number 2,504. Briston Maroney, All My Little Shooting Stars. Mixatune, Plum Blossom. We've got Murder Was the Case, the original soundtrack. This is kind of cool. It's like a die cut, cutout cover on Death Row Records. Mick Geronimo, The Natural. Man, I know absolutely squat about hip-hop, but generally hip-hop does really, really well on Record Store Day. The Mighty Lemon Drops, limited edition to 1,100 copies. And it took me a few years to kind of catch on to that. People would all be coming in, like, the most popular stuff later in the day especially was all the hip-hop releases. Motorhead, Remorse? No? Limited edition double silver vinyl. But after a couple of years, I started like ratcheting up the hip-hop titles, and I feel like I got a better grasp on it now. Willie Nelson's Phases and Stages. Original album cut from the analog stereo master by Ryan Smith at Sterling. So you're essentially getting a audiophile release here. 2 LP set. I'm guessing disc 1 is probably analog. Disc 2, which is like alternate versions. The original album is cut. Then it tells you it includes alternate outtakes. So we got a 1 disc analog record here for reasonable money. What is that? 35 bucks. For an audiophile record. Ryan's doing most of the Atlantic 75th anniversary titles. It seems like he's doing most of them anyways. Give me a second here, guys. This computer seems to be playing Desperate Housewives. I don't know how that happens. Willie Nelson, 90, Live at the Hollywood Bowl, Volume 2. Notorious B.I.G., Ready to Die, the instrumentals. Nightmares on Wax, Car Boot Soul. North Mississippi All-Stars, Shake Hands with Shorty. Let's God, there's so many records. Nico at the Live in Tokyo, 1986. Noctorum, Honey Mink Forever. I actually just got back into town, and I don't think I've seen all but a couple of these titles. Omar Sosa's 88 well-tuned drums. Music from the original motion picture. This looks interesting, actually. I'm going to give that a listen. Music by the Octopus Project. Butterfly in the Sky. Let's see, includes Reading Rainbow theme song featuring the Flaming Lips. We've got an Offspring picture disc, 20th anniversary edition. 20th anniversary edition of Splinter. Let's see, The Orb, Hollywood Brooch. Let's see, what is that? The Orb, new and rare remixes on green vinyl. All right, let's check this out. Let's see, Orca, Neo Morricone, Record Store Day, soundtrack LP. This could be good. I really do like Neo Morricone soundtracks. We've got the other two. Tasty Fish. The Tasty Fish Remix EP. The 5-year anniversary edition of Danny Ocean's 54 + 1. Why didn't they just call it 55? All right. Ooh, what's that? Let's see. OMD, Junk Culture, Demos and Rarities. This looks like it's really good. Might do this too. My stack would be a foot tall over there if I didn't slim it down a little bit. Pate, USA RSD. Let's see. No clue what that is. It's on Capitol. Looks like a Miles Davis record. Nope, it is Pigs, 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 live at KEXP. Poppy, Eat, on tricolor striped vinyl. This will be very, very popular. We've got Paramore. I think they're the Record Store Day 2024 ambassadors. This is This Way. This is the remix only LP. And then here we have the remix plus standard LP. So you get their both albums. Maisie Peters, The Good Witch. I thought Glinda was the Good Witch. We've got Prince Buster, Back to Where It All Began, The Blue Beat Years. This is numbered to 1750. Public Enemy. This is this a live concert? 3 LP. Let's see, it looks like a 3 LP live concert, yeah. On the Revolution Tour, 2003, in Australia. PM Dawn, Jesus Wept. First time on vinyl. Got the Pixies, live from the Red Rocks, 2005. The Paper Kites, Evergreen. Love Dave Pike. This is Dave Pike, The Doors of Perception. Produced by Herbie Mann. you like vibes, check out Dave Pike. Really good. The first Parliament record, and almost impossible to find on vinyl, Osmium. Expanded edition of the legendary 1970 debut album from Parliament, appearing here for the first time on vinyl. Let's see, with bonus cuts. Feature 3 non-album singles and 2 unissued tracks at the time. This looks really good. This is on Demon. This will be really popular. Record is almost impossible to find. I've seen one copy in the wild in 8 years, and it was beat up, and I think they wanted $500 for it. Lee Scratch Perry and the Upsetters. Shaking with the Upsetter on Trojan. Norman Grant's Jazz at the Philharmonic, Volume 70 on yellow vinyl. Masters cut from the original analog sources. This is from Universal. Wonder who did it. We've got the original motion picture soundtrack to The Punisher. Limited edition of 1,000 copies, cut at 45 RPM. Prince Fari. This looks good. I'm going to listen to this. Little Joe sure can sing. This is Joe Pesci, you know, Casino, Goodfellas, Raging Bull. Joe Pesci. This is originally on Brunswick. This was an actual album, not a joke. Joe Pesci tried like a legitimate take at singing when this came out. But he sounds like Joe Pesci singing. And I mean that in a way like, kind of like if his character from, you know, Casino, the Spilotro character, starts singing. That's kind of what you'd have here. It got a little bit more exaggerated later on. There's a fantastic CD called The Fabulous Vincent Gambini, where he does a mobster-themed Blondie Rapture, which is funny, but I dig it. This is the first time it's ever been reissued, and probably next to impossible to find the original. I've never seen it. This is clear with orange swirl pressing, numbered to 2,000 copies. But yeah, he's doing, in Joe Pesci fashion, the Beatles, Fixing a Hole, the Beatles' Fool on the Hill, To Love Somebody, you know, the Bee Gees. Very interesting album, worth a listen to. Bee Gees, the Bee Gees and the Beatles stuff on there is worth it. Queen Latifah, Nature of a Sister on Tommy Boy. Let's see, the Rocky Horror Show. This is, I think, the demo stuff. Yeah, the original demo tape to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The Rolling Stones. This is a exclusive, numbered, limited edition on blue and black swirled vinyl, lithograph on archival paper. Boy, this looks like an awful lot like what came out as Let It Bleed, but for $29.99. This will be very popular. It is the Rolling Stones. It is a multicolored disc, which is not something that's too common with the Rolling Stones, aside from a few things over the years in the mono box set. But swirl vinyl, very cool. This is the UK version of the album, by the way. Limited to 13,000. This is good. I listened to this. I'll talk about it in the video. The Rolling Stones, live at the Racket, New York City. This is the very first concert they did following Hackney Diamonds, the last album. They do a cover of Sweet Sounds of Heaven with Lady Gaga on that as well. So a few tracks from the new album and a few tracks from the past. The Ramones, the 1975 Sire demos. Celebrating 50 years of the Ramones, forming in 1974. Pressed on black splattered clear vinyl. Taking that. Give me some Ramones. Okay, the pile's getting too big. The Rain Parade. Emergency Third Rail Power Trip. Todd Rundgren. This is the self-titled Todd. 2 LPs on limited edition orange and green vinyl. Royal Flush, Ghetto Millionaire. And the last record of this row is The Residents. Leftovers again? Again? Oh, that looks gross. Okay, the last row. All right, I had to move this third row over to the middle because I couldn't reach it. The Replacements. Live at the Cabaret Metro, 1986. We've got Todd Rundgren's Liars on Coke Bottle Green Vinyl. 2 LP set. The Roaches. Limited to 1,500 copies. We've got Richard, Cam, and Bert, Somewhere in the Stars. Bebe Rexha, All Your Fault, Part 1 and 2. First vinyl release for Part 2. Pressed on baby blue colored vinyl. We've got Spoon Fed Hybrid, the self-titled album from 4AD. Funk 45, Kill the Hippies. So this is a Punk 45 comp on Soul Jazz Records. Son Lux, Stranger Forms. Nancy Sinatra, How Does That Grab You? From Light in the Attic. Oh man, I'm gonna need this too. What's going on here? Let's see. This is Sparks, Number 1 in Heaven. Plus, there is a Sparks produced Is There More to Life Than Dancing by Noel. Oh, I'm on the fence on this. I don't have the Noel album. I want to hear that. But of course, I've got Number 1 in Heaven. I think I need that too. Pauly Shore and the Crusties. Don't need this one. Sun Ra at the Showcase, live in Chicago, 1976 to 1977. Let's see, cut by Matt Luthans at Coherent. What's he doing on this? This looks pretty good too. He's doing Space is the Place, Rose Room, Velvet. Limited to 3,000 copies. I might need that too. Looking at that pile. Melvis Staples, Have a Little Faith. Audiophile 45 RPM. Pressed on 2 silver LPs. On Alligator Records. Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros. Some more Sun Ra. Pink Elephants on Parade. Previously unheard Ra, culled from the archives. Sun Ra's turning into like Prince, to where he has just endless amounts of archival releases coming out. Seven Dust, Heavier Than 7. SRC, the 1968 debut self-titled album. This is cut by Kevin Gray, AAA from the original analog master tape. Sponge, Planet Girls. Sonic Youth, Hits Are for Squares on Gold Nugget colored vinyl. This is a universal release, really well done. Big, thick, heavy cardboard cover. Foil title. Snarky Puppy, live at Band on the Wall. Ringo Starr, Crooked Boy. Black and white marble vinyl. Super Furry Animals, Fuzzy Logic. We've got Schoolie D, Saturday Night. Let's see. Duncan Shaik. Limited to 1,500 copies. I want to see how you guys fared out. So if you're buying this record store day, or even if you're not buying, put in the comments below how many records of this that you've seen so far you're going to be getting. I'm kind of curious. Stars, The Five Ghosts. See how you guys end up compared to where I end up. Let's see, Gil Scott-Heron, Winter in America on black and white vinyl. Looks pretty cool. Original Strata East title, although not the rarest Strata East title. One that's still somewhat findable. Soft Cell, Non-Stop Extended Cabaret. 2 LP set. Screaming Trees, Weird Things Happening. We've got Slum Village, Detroit Deli. Donna Summer, Many States of Independence, transparent blue-colored vinyl. The Slits, In the Beginning, a live anthology, 1971 to 1981. Story de Vida and a Malvida. Story de Vida El Malvida. A Ennio Morricone soundtrack. 2 Ennio Morricone soundtracks. First complete edition from the original Crime soundtrack. From the Maestro, fully remastered from the original analog tapes for the first time. Unlike, for instance, John Williams, in the United States, a lot of people don't know a lot of Ennio Morricone. I mean, you know, you've got the Dollars trilogy, that kind of stuff. But a lot of those soundtracks are amazing. They're fantastic soundtracks, even if you're not familiar with the movies. The Sisters of Mercy, Body and Soul, and Walk Away. Where John Williams soundtracks are amazing as well, but you're a little bit more familiar with, you know, his movies, right? 300% Dynamite. Ska, soul, rocksteady, funk, and dub in Jamaica. CBGB, The Tragically Hip, live, 1993. Look at that cleanliness over there at the CBGB. Known for that. Oh my God, I guess if you were drunk, you didn't care as much though, right? Team Sleep, self-titled album. It's weird when you're like famous for having disgusting bathrooms, right? And that's like a thing. Live at the Academy, New York City, 1992 television. I'm digging that. That's gotta be good. Okay, where are we at? Corey Taylor, CMF 2B, or not 2B, with the nice Band on the Run, you know, spoof cover. 2 Beatles related spoof covers in this record store day alone. I think the Beatles legacy is doing pretty good at this point. Tinted Windows. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous at the Hammersmith, 1976. Oh, I want this too. Think on it. Oh, the Talking Heads. This is amazing. I've already listened to this. I'll talk about it some more on the video. This was my #1 want for Record Store Day 2024. Number 2 is The Doors because it's my favorite band probably of all time. But the Talking Heads, top 5 favorite bands of all time. I mean, they're really up there. I love the Talking Heads. This is an unreleased concert from 1977. Some of the tracks ended up on their first live album, The Double, but half of this album is unreleased. Running out of space. Art Tatum, Jewels in the Treasure Box, 1953 Blue Note Jazz Club recordings on Resonance Records. Limited to 4,000 copies. This is a 3 LP set. Again, Might take that as well. Trash Can Sinatras. Limited to 1,500 copies. Tesla, Reel to Reel. Volume 1. Ernest Tubb and his Texas Troubadours. The World Broadcast Recordings, 1944 to 1945. We've got Tad, Infrared Riding Hood. Sister Rosetta Thorpe, live in France, 1966. This is another Elemental Music release. Limited to 2,000 copies. Oh, 10-inch hiding in here. Let's see. U2's Atomic City, live from the Sphere in Las Vegas. Put that on the 10-inch pile. UB40. UB45 is the name of it. Ultramagnetic MCs. This is a music on vinyl pressing of the Ultras live in Brixton. Limited to 1,500 copies. Unwritten Law. Verlaine's Way Out Where? Voivod, The Wake. Frankie Valli and the Fourth Season, The Genuine Imitation Life Gazette. Their most unique album to date. Yeah, I guess we can, I think that's fair to say. Mal Waldron and Steve Lacy, The Mighty Warriors. Oh man, I feel like this is another solid one. They only made 2,350 of these. The Story of the Who, limited replica edition, 2LP on colored vinyl. Cut at Abbey Road by Miles Shawell. Wall of Voodoo. The EP. This is from Jackpot. Limited to 2,000 copies. Includes a fold-out 24 by 24 poster and lyric sheet. Swirled marble vinyl. Another Wall of Voodoo live, 1979. Limited to 2,000 copies. Witchfinder General. Oh, didn't put tape on the back cover. Can't show you that. Wardrunna, Scald. Bernie Worrell, Wave of the Wooniverse. 2024 Record Store Day exclusive. Bernie Worrell. This is on Org Music. Was actually a keyboard player for the Talking Heads at one point as well. Kim Wilde, special disco remixes. Get you a special disco remix of Kids of America. Where the hell was I at? Almost to the end. Summer Walker, Over It. Remy Wolf, live at Electric Lady. Steven Wilson, Harmonic Divergence. Ann Wilson and Trip Sitter, live in concert. Wallows, Nothing Happens, 5th Anniversary Edition. We've got The Weeknd live at SoFi Stadium. Neil Young and the Horse Effin' Up. Limited edition clear vinyl. Mastered in analog from 4824 digital. So it was recorded digitally. So this is a digital source album. But Neil Young didn't put it on a sparse coat on the actual album, probably because you couldn't see it on that black back. But it's on the hype sticker. Yes, Yale Bowl, 1971. Kind of like looks like a vintage bootleg. But that is an official release by Rhino. Young Thug, Jeffrey. Let's see, we've got 5 Live Yardbirds. Eric Clapton's earliest recordings on Culture Factory. Another Yardbirds release, we've got the Psycho Daisies. This actually looks pretty good. The 1963 Blues Festival. Memphis Slim, Sonny Boy Williamson. Various Artings, FRR Record Store Day Sampler. Various Artists House of LSGRV 2024 compilation. Penrose Picture Disc. Penrose Showcase Volume 2. The Penrose Soul comps are always really popular. Rough Guide to Hoodoo Blues. We've got the Studio One Ride Boy Jazz Soul Records Presents Comp 2 LP. Heated Garage. Toasty Treasures from Minnesota. Minnesota's K-Bank Studio. There's like a little insert in there as well. Do not sleep on this one. Really, really good. Play it in the store all the time. It came out originally as a CD box set. This is the Lost Nuggets, 60s Garage and Psych. These are essentially mostly Mexican bands doing English covers, but they're doing it in they're Mexican bands doing them in English. It's really good. I really recommend it. Various Artists, Love Law. Duets and covers from the City of Angels. This is a org music release. Pale Shades of Grey. Heavy psychedelic ballads and dirges. The Power of the Heart. A tribute to Lou Reed from Light in the Attic. Westbound Sound. Let's see. The Westbound Sound, Westbound Records, curated by Record Store Day. Org Music. Rockabilly Heroes. Chuck Berry, Elvis, Bill Haley, Roxy Williams. What's Elvis doing? So this is the early, this is a lot of Sun Records era stuff. The soundtrack to Spawn. Featuring Korn, Metallica, Marilyn Manson, Slayer. I don't remember these guys being on. Let's see. Psych France, Volume 9. And that is it. The video is over. I can go home and pass out. All right, guys. Record Store Day 2024. We're open at 8 o'clock Arizona time. Everything will be online that doesn't sell the following day at 8 o'clock Eastern at theingroove.com. Until next time.